Are the Kenyan traffic laws really unfair? Join me on this episode of Cars and Laws as we try to break down some of the questions that you posed through to us on our previous Cars and Laws episodes. As always, I'll be your host, Wakili Cedric Magotsi. Karibuni sana. On our last episode, we mistakenly indicated that these fines are paid at the police stations so that offenders can attend court. We wish to apologize and rectify that part and say fines are paid in court, while at the police station, police bails are paid at the different police stations so that these bails do ensure that traffic offenders or suspects attend court to take plea. We do apologize for that error and we apologize and withdraw. Hii police bail ni ya kufanya kazi gani? You pay this police bail, the traffic officer ataku-issue na receipt ya kuonyesha umelipa police bail 5,000 or 10,000. Hii police bail kazi yake ni nini generally? Kazi yake ni kuensure you appear to court ama you appear in court on the day of taking plea. Yani kukuja kusomewa mashtaka. Taking plea ni kukuja kusomewa mashtaka. So utaandikiwa ile risiti, uende nayo nyumbani, uache kama ni hiyo 5,000 pale kwa police station, then polisi venye tulisema last time, polisi atakuambia when is your due date to take plea. Ukishaacha hiyo bail, polisi watabaki wakitengeneza file yako ama ya file ya traffic offender, then they forward the file to the ODPP. ODPP then ataona hizi mashtaka either ni dangerous driving ama driving under the influence, then they prepare charge sheet. Hii charge sheet ndio utakuja kusomea nao mashtaka pale kotini. But again, atusemi ukipatikana na makosa already wewe ni guilty. Guilty verdict can only be issued by the court. So police bail, unapatikana na makosa, unalipa hiyo bail ya 5,000, unaandikiwa risiti, then wewe unaenda nyumbani. Then ile siku ya kusomewa mashtaka, ukija kotini, the cop is supposed to come with that police bail. Again, very important. Ukija kusomewa mashtaka kotini, the police officer ama the investigation officer is supposed to come with that police bail with a copy of that receipt. Ndio ukiwa pale kotini, kama utakubali mashtaka, unaweza pigwa fine ama unaweza hukumiwa. Ukikataa mashtaka, the court will give you either a fine or a bond. Ile police bail ambayo ulilipa ya kwanza inaweza kuwa ya 5,000. Court itasema ulipe fine ya 10,000. So that police officer who arrested you atakurudishia ile police bail yako ya 5,000. Wewe utafute an extra 5,000 ulipe kama fine pale kotini. So basically the most important aspect, and I'm insisting, is that police bail is only to facilitate the attendance of a suspect in court. Cash bail na bond hizo zinalipwa kotini. Tukiendelea na maswali, kuna jamaa anaitwa Kemo Kevins ameuliza, the issue of police bail does not make sense. Mbona tu polisi asikuite na summons ukuje kotini uchukue plea? The problem is that can also happen. Kuna watu upewa hata free bail, kuna watu upewa free police bail, na wanaambiwa on this particular date kuja kotini. However, for most of these Kenyans out there, mtu atapewa free bail, aambiwe kuja kotini, ikifika siku ya koti hapatikani. So bail tu venye tuna insist ni ya kuhakikisha mshukiwa ana attend kotini. And one thing we ought to know about this police bail, it's at the discretion of the OCS of that particular police station. You can commit a minor traffic offense, but police ni ataway atakupea cash bail ya 2,000 ama ya 10,000. So the discretion iko na police officer. Hakuna sheria ambayo imesema for this particular offense inafaa upewe this specific amount of cash bail. The discretion is with the police officer. Police officer akiona ya kwamba wewe unakaa flight risk, anaweza atakupea cash bail. Anaweza sema ulipe police bail ya 100,000. Usipolipa, you will have to wait for 24 hours pale police station hadi ufikishwe mahakamani. So again, the discretion is with the police officer. Yeye ndio anaamua. Akiona wewe ni mtu mpoa anaweza kuambia hapana, wewe kuja tu kotini on Friday ukuje take plea. So the discretion lies with the police officer. Very important, because naona kuna watu wengi wanauliza hii cash bail, hii police bail, how is it being determined? No. The police bail is always determined by the police officer. But it's normally fair that small traffic offenses ama minor traffic offenses you are issued with affordable police bails. Ni sawa sawa, but kumbuka ni karau ama ni polisi ataamua ni police bail kiwango gani utalipa. Another question. A few guys wameuliza hii mambo ya kutoa registration plates za gari na wamesema what happens? The law vile ilimesemwa, the police officer can actually remove these plates, but hizi plates haendi abaki nazo kwa ofisi. Hizi plates akizitoa inafaa zipeleke NTSA. The authority ambayo imesemekana kwa sheria ni NTSA. NTSA ndio wako na mandate ya kuchukua hizo plates. However, as we said in our previous episodes, if a police officer determines, again, a determination is a discretion of the police officer himself or herself. If a police officer determines that you as a person, you are a hostile offender, ama you are flight risk, hautakuja kotini, ama on the alternative, hutaki kukooperate na polisi, polisi anaweza chukua hiyo gari na ang'oe hiyo number plate. Actually, the essence of removing this number plate ni ya ensure you are not going to use that car anywhere on the road without the valid legal registration number plates. In doing this, police basically anataka kuconfirm ama anataka kuensure that ikifika siku yako kukuja plane umepatikana, juu wanajua without this registration number hiyo gari haifai kuwa kwa njia. Again, we shall break down the bits and pieces of our traffic act, and one of the offenses is you cannot drive without a registration number plate. So polisi akitoa registration number plate ni ya kuensure tu na comply with what they are saying, una comply with their orders ama with their directions, na una comply kukuja pale kotini. However, ile gari inaweza chukuliwa ipelekwe pale police station, but again, it's a very gray area, because when the car is there at the police station, kuna wale tu funny people ama bad people. Polisi pia wanaweza tumia hizo gari kuenda trip zao ama kufanya shughuli zao na ile gari, which again is illegal, because hiyo gari ikiwa pale iko as part of the evidence. So polisi hafai kutumia evidence to do other things. Hiyo gari iko pale as part of the evidence. So ikitolewa number plate inafaa ipakiwe pale kwa police station. Kama pia again utalipa police bail, ulipe police bail, ama ungoje ile siku utaitwa kotini kuchukua plea, ukuje uchukue plea. Then ukiwa kotini unaweza request the magistrate ama the judge ya kwamba your car is there, your car has been parked there, the registration plates of that specific car have been removed, so you request for an order of the court, gari lako liwachiliwe. In addition to that, kuna zile gari zimeshikwa na polisi wamekataa kuachilia zile gari. Again, the law provides that you can actually put in an application. Application ni zile documentation za kuomba order. You file an application in court. Unasema hii gari, as much as it was probably used to commit an offense, na imeshikwa pale kwa police station, you file your papers na utaweka malilio yako ama your prayers in this application. Uambie court this car can always be produced in court if and whenever needed. Kile kitu polisi wanafaa wafanye tu wapige picha ya gari, wapige picha ya registration ya gari. Kama ni kuchukua copy ya license yako, wachukue copy ya license yako, then wewe wakuachilie gari. In case gari itatumika ama in case police watataka kuinvestigate any other thing with regards to that car, wanaweza letewa gari at any specific time. I think in answering that, nimerudia zile maswali ambazo zilikuwa zimeulizwa. For how long will the police officer stay with my registration plates, ama for how long will the police officer stay with my original driving license. Police officer inafaa baki na hiyo driving license ama na plates hadi ile siku utakuja kuchukua plea. Then ukichukua plea, whether you plead guilty or not, you can further, ukiwa pale umesimama kwa ile kibanda ya kotini, you can further ask the court for an order that your driving license be released to you, ama your motor vehicle registration plates be released to you. Nikiendelea na nikimalizia on that specific segment, kama polisi amechukua, ameng'oa ile number plate ama amechukua your original driving license, na umeona one day imeisha, the second day imeisha, the third day imeisha, of course this will be inconveniencing to you on your part. Kile unaweza fanya again, you can either do these papers, but it's better if you get a lawyer, a draft this application, a file kotini, and what is known as a certificate of urgency, a file hizi documents, aende pale kotini, he or she, your lawyer, goes to court and requests for an order, either for a release of your motor vehicle, the release of your motor vehicle registration number plate, ama the release of your original driving license. With valid reasons, koti haiwezi kunyima license yako ama mbono usipewe number plate yako. So court zinapeananga hizi orders, but you have to put in sufficient reasons. Why do you need your license back? Because pia police now wanaweza ambiwa put in a response to that application. Waseme why do they want to stay with the original driving license. Nikiendelea na maswali, iko jamaa alikuwa ameuliza, so the police can actually confiscate your driving license and take it for further interrogations. Yes, they can do that. But again, vile nimesema, they should give you a time limit, ama lazima ukupe indication. We will take this driving license tuipeleke NTSA. Essentially, hiyo inafaa ikuwe kazi ya one day. But vile nimesema, if the police are taking longer, ama they are wasting time, ama they are inconveniencing you with them having possession of your driving license, you can apply to court, you can file an application, apply to court, get orders, and these orders will aid in the release of your driving license. Tukiendelea na maswali, iko jamaa anaitwa Dennis Mkabu anauliza the issue of police taking bribes on our Kenyan roads. Right now as we speak, we have a bribery act. So nobody, whether an individual, neither a police officer, is supposed to take any form of bribes. Kama unaona pale polisi wanaomba bribe, it's your duty as a law-abiding citizen kwenda kureporting in any police station. Ama kama unaona uwezi saidiwa pale kwa police station, you can go enda EACC, piga ripoti, sema polisi ambao wako Ngong Road na unanga wakisimamisha magari wakichukua hongo. But again, you must have some sort of evidence to back up your case. So kama unaweza chukua picha ni sawa, kama unaweza chukua video ni sawa, then peleka EACC. Then I believe within the shortest period of time kutakuwa na investigation na hao polisi watashikwa. Another question, kuna jamaa anaitwa Clown hapa anauliza the issue of technology. Why can't I identify myself, ama give another form of identification, ama nipeane another form of identification of my driving license? Vile tulivyosema in our last episode, this was what the previous law used to state. Give an alternative to the police officer ya kumuonyesha, yes, I don't have my driving license on me, but if you go into the NTSA application, utaona niko na valid driving license. But for one reason or the other, watu walienda parliament and they decided to amend the laws. So sahi lazima ukuwe na the original driving license. Kile naweza ku-advise on that, at all times, make sure you have your driving license on you. It will save you enough time, it will save you enough cost, na itakutoa tu kwa hizi mashida mingi za kisheria. Sawa sawa? Iko jamaa anaitwa Njoro 8440. Njoro is asking why with these traffic laws our boda guys still driving on the wrong side. Personally, naweza sema hivi, I think we should have a boda act. This boda act should come in to rein on the wrong boda operators. However, that as it may, bodabodas bado wana operate under this same traffic act. They may be wrong, and I believe they operate that way kwa sababu wanajua ndio ushike mtu wa bodaboda itakuwa a hard stand. Ndio ushike huyo jamaa umsimamishe nini, you arrest him, itakuwa a tall order. Na vile tumeona, there are not many police officers on our roads. So in essence, bodaboda guys act that way kwa sababu wanajua inakuwa a bit tricky kuwakamata wote. But however, the traffic act as it is commendable. Ama iko na hizo powers to rein in on these bodaboda guys. Ni vile tu sasa the mechanism ama the application of the same traffic act inakuwa a bit challenging. However, bodaboda guys are also bound by the same traffic rules. Sawa sawa? Iko jamaa anaitwa Scars 416. Anauliza, this issue of police bail will lead to people giving bribes to our police officers, and it will also lead to these police officers kuwekelea watu makosa ambayo hayafai. It's a yes and it's a no. However, vile tumesema, ni koti itaamua kama ni wewe uko na makosa ama hauna makosa. So polisi ndio anaweza sema umeendesha gari with worn out tires. What equipment ama what mechanism did the police use to ensure that, ama to find out, ama to discover, ama to investigate that your tires are worn out? Yeye anaweza andika hiyo karatasi, aunde kesi, apelekee Director of Public Prosecution. But wewe ukikuja kotini, it's up to you now to raise a very good defense and question as to how this police officer ali discover your tires are worn out. What method did he use? So ndio polisi wanaweza kuwa na mali sometimes, but not all of them. Kuna wale tu, in every market kuna wale bad apples. But at the end of the day, kesi itatoka kwa police station na iende kotini. So it's up to you again to prepare a valid defense ndio jitetee pale kotini. Kuna jamaa anaitwa Guka, anauliza mambo ya international ama EU international driving licenses. Yes, kuna bodies in Kenya that have been licensed to procure ama to train people and issue people with international driving licenses. One of those bodies I believe is AA. AA wako na hiyo mandate. You can go to AA, apply for international driving license. Katika hizo training zote za driving, utachagua category ya international driving license, you do the training, ufanye hizo mtihani zao, ukipita you get an international driving license, which most of them are valid between 1 to 3 years. So with this international driving license, you can actually drive uko EU, and you can drive in this, you can drive uko EU, pia unaweza drive hapa Africa. Kenyan laws allow for the incorporation of international laws. Our constitution allows that. So ukiwa na a valid international driving license from European, some of these European laws and treaties actually apply in Kenya. You can use that driving license, now drive nayo Kenya, as long as it is a valid international driving license. Inaweza tumika hapa Kenya. In conclusion, we do believe we've answered most of your questions. Moreover, join us on our next episode as we keep answering your most frequently asked questions. In addition to that, don't forget to subscribe and like our channel. As usual, I've been your host, Wakili Cedric Magotsi. Asanteni sana.